Okay, folks, I'm back on. I'm keeping a very close eye on this thunderstorm that has amazingly held itself together for just north of Tulsa, and it's racing right up Interstate 44. This storm, even though it's not tornado warned, even though we do not have any low-level rotation with this rotation in the middle levels and the upper levels is quite strong that, again, it's capable of producing baseball-sized hail at its strongest. And we've had, again, history of doing that with the report near White Oak in Craig County, Oklahoma. That's the main biggest threat with this storm. It's the large hail that's working over Quapaw right now, as you can see on the Skywatch Storm Tracker. And you see how this newest severe thunderstorm warning polygon, in fact, let me pop up the warning here, at least the expiration time, if I can do that. Come on now. Okay, we had the severe thunderstorm warning out until 12:45 in that new flashing yellow polygon. That's a severe thunderstorm warning. We'll go in for a tighter look to see who may be impacted by this. I said Weir when I was on television, maybe the southeastern sides of Weir, but I would definitely say Weir to Scammon, to Skidmore, to Columbus, down to Keelville, just east of Chetopa. I don't think Chetopa, you'll see any of this, but Keelville, near Treese, Riverton, Galena, Baxter Springs, and then working down the downstream Casino. You'll definitely get in on the thunderstorm action with maybe the hail core also working in there as well. And this polygon continues into southwestern Jasper County, as far north as Waco and Asbury, before 171 takes a sharp turn west into Kansas, right on the Crawford-Cherokee County line. This includes the southwest sides of Alba, Oronogo, Webb City, Carterville, Airport Drive, Carl Junction, and clipping the southwestern sides of Carthage. This includes the entire city of Joplin, Dunaweg, Duquesne, and then working south over 32nd Street into Newton County. We have the brunt of the heavy rain and some of the hail working in just south of Loma Linda. South of downstream Casino, we've got looks like a hail core right on top of Peoria in the latest scan. Once that big hail core, one of the big hail cores, already working in north of Seneca. So Seneca, let me take another quick look here. It looks like you already had your bout of heavy rain and some of the large hail. So Seneca, give the storm another 5 to 10 minutes and you'll be clear from this. But Racine, you're starting to get in on some of the heavy rain and the larger hail. But by far and away, where we see these reflectivity values really pop, that's where the larger hail cores are. So, with that said, let's see what our system is suggesting in terms of how big the hail is. It looks like both hail cores now have gotten quite impressive in size. Let's do a quick query on everything. Teacup size hail, that's at least 2, maybe 2 1/4 inch diameter hail with the hail core right over Peoria. And we'll move our scope over to the hail core that just passed over Commerce. This scan just a little bit behind, but it's got the right idea with keeping those hail sizes up. Teacup size hail once again with maybe 2 to 2 1/4 inch diameter hail. Both of these hail cores within this thunderstorm is lifting north and east. So let me zoom out a bit. Let me get another fresh radar loop to see how the storm is tracking, because depending on how this tracks exactly, that's going to really determine where the hail core will go, where both hail cores will go. Let's do one loop. With the hail core over Quapaw, let me see here. It's moving east and northeast. If I had to take a rough guess, unless this decides to turn a little more to the left, we'll be talking about, here, let me draw a better line here for you all. The hail, leading edge of the hail core may be going east, if not northeast, so that's going to take it right over Interstate 44. And again, depending on any kind of wobbles, maybe it'll wobble a little bit more to the north before it starts working into Joplin. This is going to be affecting the very southern sides, of Joplin, and crossing over the 32nd Street exit possibly near I-49 and 44, that junction there before you take I-49 south into Arkansas. With the other hail core, actually that second hail core over Peoria is starting to work a little bit more north, and I don't know if the two hail cores might converge. That might be interesting to see. Again, interesting being, for lack of a better word here. But both of these hail cores and this thunderstorm overall is continuing to lift north and east at about 35 to 40 to 45 miles per hour. I would definitely say, if you are in Joplin, this is not a tornado warning by any means, but this is very large hail. At least last check, it was very large hail. Although, let's see, back at 11:55, there was ping pong ball size hail in Miami when this storm was back over the city. Hopefully, and ping pongs, I think, ping pong balls are smaller than teacups, certainly smaller than tennis balls and baseballs. So hopefully that is a sign that eventually these hail cores are starting to weaken. But we're not going to take our gas off of covering this storm here, for a lack of a better expression here. Let's see, I'm following up on the chats. Not seeing any brand new reports. Again, the latest hail report that I've seen was reported by a Skywarn storm spotter and reported on ham radios. Ping pong ball sized hail in the city of Miami when the hail core was right on top of Miami back at 11:55. So we are still going to keep a very close eye on this. Okay, at the very least though, we canceled the tornado watch for Berry and McDonald County, but I think because of this storm, there is a severe thunderstorm watch for Cherokee, Barton, Dade, Jasper, Lawrence, and Newton until 7 a.m. That's in general for this thunderstorm. I would imagine once we get this storm out of here, we're going to be in better shape, because I really think this storm is taking all the instability that we have left over, working with it, and taking it off to the north and to the east. I may have to cut back in on the television side of things in just a few minutes, but at the very least, we have right now the latest position on these hail cores goes from let's say Quapaw, and the radar view has shifted a little bit as we go from looking from the Springfield radar site to Tulsa as we look more into Ottawa County. Looks like the hail core near Quapaw, 5 Mile, around Pitcher and Cardin as you continue along 69. Let's see, and that second hail core has crossed over into western Newton County. It is just south of Loma Linda, so for areas west of 43, west of Hornet, Spring City, south of Loma Linda, that's where the largest hail is right now, and I would definitely at least batten down the hatches. Though I can't help but notice, at least, there's a little something on the back end here. I haven't seen much in the way of rotation, and that does not scream like rotation at all. We're looking at the radar from Springfield with the view of these velocities. I do not see anything tight. And as we pan to the southwest a little bit, you see the radar view shifting and looking at things from Tulsa. Again, I'm not seeing really any tight rotation here. So at the very least, I'm still not concerned about a tornado threat. By far and away, though, hail. It is the hail that will be the biggest issue as the storm continues to lift north and east. And, oh boy, it looks like the hail core is about to work into Baxter Springs, at least the southern sides of it. So let's see where this is going to go. Yeah, the hail core will be on the southern and eastern sides of Baxter Springs, running along 166, and then close to the intersection where you come up from 44. You can either go straight north on 26 up to Galena or go west toward Baxter Springs on 400 and 166. And looks like that hail core again south of Loma Linda will also continue to lift north and east. Let's see here. Double checking everything. Looks like if it's not raining already in Joplin, you already have the leading edge of the cumulonimbus tops of these thunderstorms working over and rain starting to pick up. Again, like, I don't want to be too specific about which parts of Joplin will see the large hail, but I would just say overall in the city of Joplin, just be ready for large hail. But with the way it's going, 35, 40 to 45 miles per hour, hopefully it will not last long. So that is the latest situation that I have on this right now. I am going to get in touch with our director here, contemplating about when exactly we need to cut back in. I'll double check reports, and I will continue.